I've got some good news here, folks. Even if you're not part of the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube is going to start monetizing your videos. The problem is, you're not going to see a penny of it. Alright, let's get straight into this one. YouTube have updated their terms of service and they have added a term that reads as such. Right to monetize. You grant to YouTube the right to monetize your content on the service, and such monetization may include displaying ads on or within content or charging users a fee for access. This agreement does not entitle you to any payments. To translate that out of legal speak a little bit, YouTube added the following. For channels not yet in the YouTube Partner Program, we've added this new section to let you know that starting today, we'll begin slowly rolling out ads on a limited number of videos from channels not in the YouTube Partner Program. This means that as a creator that's not in the YouTube Partner Program, you may see ads on some of your videos. Since you're not currently in the YouTube Partner Program, you won't receive a share of the revenue from those ads, though you'll still have the opportunity to apply for the YouTube Partner Program as you normally would once you meet the eligibility requirements. Now, before I jump into this in more detail, I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is your first reaction to this big monetization update? And now for my thoughts. You know, it feels at this point as if YouTube can't get through an entire year without some sort of episode rocking the creator community. We've had Article 13, net neutrality, adpocalypse, copper last year, and now this. Now, I think the one thing to stress is that I don't think you're going to see all of a sudden adverts on every single YouTube video on the platform. YouTube do state that they're going to roll out some ads on a limited number of videos, and given how YouTube usually do these things, they'll test it on maybe 5 or 10% of the content. But the terms of service do mean that they could roll it out to 100% of the content on the platform. Now let's jump into the YouTube ecosystem to see how it impacts all of the stakeholders. In very basic terms, there are 3 stakeholders. Those who create content, those who watch that content, and those who want to sell things to viewers by paying for advertising space on creators' content. And every time YouTube make a change, it shifts this balance. In simple terms, this change looks to benefit advertisers by giving them more choice on the content they can advertise, whilst annoying users with more ads and infuriating creators who don't benefit from any of this ad revenue. In fact, the stakeholder who stands to make the most from this are YouTube themselves, potentially millions more ads served, along with 100% of the revenue. Now, I will admit at this point, I am not a business expert. I don't have a degree in economics. I'm just looking at this like the average creator, and it feels to me like a bit of a cynical cash grab from YouTube. But having said that, let's have a look at some of the potential benefits of this. If you still subscribe to the conspiracy theory that monetized videos are more discoverable on YouTube, then you're going to get more views on your content, which is going to get you to the YouTube Partner Program requirements faster. On a more serious note, if YouTube does decide to monetize your content even if you're not in the YouTube Partner Program, that does kind of feel like some validation that your content is worthy of being monetized, so that when you do meet the requirements, you should be confident in the knowledge that you will be accepted into the partner program. This next one is a theoretical pro, but what would be cool is for YouTube to show those creators who are having their content monetized but not receiving the revenue, show those creators how much money those videos are earning, so they know what they're going to be earning when they are accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, and that kind of offers an incentive. But YouTube aren't going to do that really, are they? Now, sorry, the more I think about it, the more negatives I can think of for creators. I've always said that one of the great benefits of YouTube is that it gives you a distribution platform of 2 billion users for you to share your content for free until you're monetized. And now that's no longer the case. YouTube are benefiting from you as you aim towards that money target. I also think about the potential pitfalls for creators who are monetized. If advertisers have more choice, they could choose your video and you will receive some of the ad revenue, but maybe this creator's video is better serving an audience and that creator is not receiving any money and the advertiser chooses them. That means the monetized channel doesn't get any money. The creator obviously doesn't get any money there and YouTube wins ultimately. Am I going too far down the rabbit hole there? Also, I'm wondering if YouTube is trying to exploit their legacy here a little bit. They have over 15 years worth of video content on the platform now. Many of those videos have been made by creators who have long since abandoned the platform for whatever reason. But those videos may have picked up momentum and are getting thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of views, and the creator has no idea. And YouTube's probably thinking at this point, well, a lot of people are watching these videos and we could be placing adverts on them. Let's start doing it even if the creator's not even aware of it. Again, I know I sound really cynical about this, but what is the counter argument? Maybe I need to do a future video where I consider this a bit more and read your comments. There's also the question of control. If YouTube's going to place adverts on your videos and you can't monetize them, can you even agree to what type of videos are placed on that content? When you are accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, you have certain controls in AdSense where you can tell YouTube that I don't want adverts appearing from this website, or I don't agree with alcohol or betting advertisement appearing on our content. I'm guessing these creators who are not yet in the YouTube Partner Program have no control over that. And again, that feels wrong. Now, given the way the terms of service are written, I will assume that this doesn't affect monetized channels. For example, if you are already part of the YouTube Partner Program and you choose not to monetize your content, then YouTube isn't going to exploit our videos and stick adverts on them and take 100% of a profit. I think that would be crossing the line. So ironically, if you do want to create ad-free content, potentially in the future, you have to meet the requirements to enter monetization, be accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, and then turn monetization off. Now, what I will say is that YouTube have been very clear and transparent about this communication, which is one of the things they have been trying to do over the last couple of years, and I will credit them with that. It's in the YouTube creator blog on the day that the terms of service were updated. However, usually you will find some form of positive spin for everyone involved, and the creator blog seems to focus on the benefits it's going to give to advertisers without considering the impact on creators at all, especially during this year where things have been very chaotic. It feels a little tone deaf. Now, I will admit in this video to being somewhat negative and projecting the worst case scenario. It's unavoidable. That's the type of thing we do when we hear this type of news. However, when we think about those other challenges that have come to us as creators over YouTube in the last few years, net neutrality, Article 13, adpocalypse, and the FTC copper rulings, have those worst case scenarios come to bear? And mostly not. Yes, copper really did affect channels that were made for kids, and adpocalypse also shifted the dimensions, but as in all of those cases, the balance eventually sorted itself out. Now, let me hasten to add that this didn't balance out for absolutely everybody. Some channels were absolutely destroyed by these events, but generally speaking, by and large, the idea of YouTube and creators and viewers and advertisers has stayed intact. And then when I try and play devil's advocate with this, the question is, what's really going to happen here? Yes, there may be more adverts on more videos, but I think viewers are totally accustomed to this by now. Yes, YouTube is going to profit from your content when you're not even allowed to monetize it. And from a principle level, that stinks. But you weren't going to earn any money from that video anyway, so there is that to consider. And we have to remember that this is all still rented ground. YouTube is well within their rights to do whatever they want with the platform. We can decide whether or not we want to use it. At the end of the day, somebody can start a YouTube channel today, upload a video, and reach potentially billions of users, and it still costs them absolutely nothing. But it does mean that your content could be lining YouTube's coffers, and hopefully with the extra revenue that they do potentially earn, they're going to put it back into the creator community.